Hello and welcome to Uncharted Waters with Captain Nemo. Blood Bowl should be visible in a second. it was 5 minutes ago. I promise. So let's see if we can get this video captured here. Well. No, that's not what we want to see. Alright, I guess I switched to full screen. That may be the issue there. Ah, look at that. There we are. For some weird reason, the Blood Bowl Legendary Edition, if it is set to full screen, allows me still to move my mouse outside of the full screen to my second screen, which is kind of weird. Anyway, we have a visual. That's what counts. Yeah, so guys, let's see what Blood Bowl Legendary Edition is all about. I mean, obviously Blood Bowl is a conversion of the board game. Hey, Peer Pressure, welcome. Are you in for some bloody roleplay based Warhammer University? Let's not call it football game. It's gonna be fun, I guess. It's been ages since I played the real Blood Bowl. I had a Skaven team back then, so right. But I will do the tutorial because I can't remember the rules, of course. And I want to let you guys in on how this game works, and the tutorial is going to be the best way to do it, I hope. You can customize your team here. I checked that option out. You can, you know, create a complete team to take into the multiplayer, for example. Yeah, let's refresh the rules. Multiplayer is supposed to be awesome. You can play in hot seat, which is a very nice option, I guess. There are leagues. I don't know how active that is. And you can play on local area network. So you can create an account. I suppose it's still running. The news are a bit old, but I suppose it's still running. So let's get back to single player now. Here you can see you have a story mode. That's maybe nice. I don't know. A competition mode to go for the cup, you know. There's a campaign with different tournaments. Exhibition match. So there's nothing about post-game sequence stuff, which I don't know if that is important or not. And the tutorial. Basic rules for new players. Let's do that. Of course, please do tell if the audio levels are okay or not. If not, please shout at me via the chat and I will try to adjust it. Learn how to master the game quickly. Yeah, okay, let's hope so. In this tutorial, the famous Blood Bowl commentators Jim and Bob explain how to... oh, that's gonna be good. Explain how to set up before a kickoff. How to kick off, pick up the ball, doing a pass action, block action, dodge action, interception, and the importance of tackle zones. Yeah, nice. Competition rules? Oh, you get the rules. Okay, this rule set contains... Yeah, okay, that's... for reading up on rules. We don't want that. Let's Jim and Bob tell us what's this game is all about. The Reichland Reavers against the Gouged Eye. Okay, lots of symbols. Cablevision presents AFC Conference Central Division Reichland Reavers versus the Gouged Eye. Click on the red arrow to start the tutorial. Oh look, it's the countryside. Yeah, rules. I want to click on the red arrow. Oh, that did that count as clicking? Okay, so let's see. I try to put the overlays so they are not in the way. I'll just look if it's working. Yeah, it should be good. Okay. I'm seeing some frames being dropped there. Let's hope that's just a hiccup. Okay, so we have the teams over here, the blue and the red, and it's basically humans versus orcs, if I understood that correctly. There's a timer there, not running at the moment. Overview window, whatever the hell this is. Oh, it has it's good to have a mouse over on this. But only the active ones. Cheerleaders. The more cheerleaders a team have, the more likely they are to win the cheering fans result of the kickoff table. Yeah, they've got a band. Assistant coaches. The more assistant coaches the team have, the more likely they are to win the brilliant coaching result. So the kickoff table is something that is maybe after the game. Fame, the fan advantage modifier. Can affect some of the results in kickoff table. Okay. Yeah, and the post-game winning. So that's what the exhibition match was all about. You can stop worrying about stuff like that. The Bloodweiser babes, okay. The combination of the ale and the young lady serving it means that for each purchase of this inducement, players on the team gain a +1 modifier to recover from KO'd for this match. Okay. Yeah.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Blood Bowl for tonight's contest. You join a capacity crowd packed with members of every race from across the known world, all howling like banshees in anticipation of tonight's game. Oh, and yes, there are some actual banshees. Well, kickoff is in about 20 minutes' time, so we've just got time to recap the rules of the game before the battle starts. Your match commentators for tonight are Jim and myself, Bob Bifford. Evening, Jim.
Awesome. I love this. Look at him.
Thank you, Bob. Well, good evening, and boy, are you folks in for a great night of top-class sporting entertainment. But first of all, for those at home who are unfamiliar with the rules, here's how the game is transmitted to the folks at home and, of course, played.
Okay, that's gonna be nice. Those two, Jim and Bob. It's a pity that Jim is not a skull, a talking skull. That would be awesome. Anyway.
Let me explain that, Jim. As any Blood Bowl fan knows, each Blood Bowl match is transmitted out to thousands of Blood Bowl fans with the device Campaign for Real Arcanery, the camera that was developed by the Guilds of Magic. A bound spirit in a box is allowed to look out in one direction only at the Blood Bowl field, and his mental image is then transmitted by teams of magicians using the spell Cablevision.
Okay, now I have to move around the camera with the arrow keys. Let's do that. So there's
And nowadays, we got
Hands.
a lot of cameras, Bob. Since transmitting Blood Bowl matches became a huge success, a lot more broadcasting guilds emerged on the market, such as NBC,
Necromancer's Broadcasting Circle,
Channel 7, the CBS,
Crystal Ball Service,
of course.
to name a few. But since ABC,
Association of Broadcasting Conjurers.
yes, thank you, Bob. Since the ABC won the franchise in 2486, when it was renewed for the 30th time, they have exclusive broadcasting rights nowadays.
Yes, thank you, Bob. That's enough, Bob. Stop it. Okay, I can use the mouse wheel.
That's too true, Jim. But let's explain for the folks at home what Blood Bowl the game really is.
Yeah.
Blood Bowl is an epic conflict between two teams of heavily armored and quite insane warriors. Players pass, throw, or run with the ball, attempting to get it to the other end of the pitch, the end zone. Of course, the other team must try to stop them and recover the ball for their side. If a team gets the ball over the line into the opponent's end zone, it's called a touchdown. The team that scores the most touchdowns by the end of the match wins the game and are declared Blood Bowl champions. How do they do it?
It's like this, Bob. Two teams set up 11 players on the pitch. 11 is the sacred number of Nuffle, as any hardcore Blood Bowl fan would know. Today we're going to watch the Gouged Eye against the Reichland Reavers. This is yet another grudge match between the two teams.
Hey, welcome Deviate Fish. We're getting into the tutorial of Blood Bowl right now. And the commentators on the game, Jim and Bob, are explaining to us how this works.
And it seems the teams are entering the pitch now. Shall we get started, Jim? The coin is flipped high in the air, and the brave Goblin referee announced that the Reichland Reavers will be receiving this half.
Oh, there's the referee. I didn't see him. Okay, the Reichland Reavers, which is the blue team, is receiving.
Right, let's get started. As any coach will tell you, Bob, a team's starting formation is vitally important. Here we can see an example of the Gouged Eye famous 5-4-2 or deep defense formation. This formation is used by the Eye against fast-moving or agile teams like Skaven or Elves. Some would argue with limited success.
So I see only, oh yeah, it's 3 orcs in front and 2 on the side, which makes the 5, the 4, and the 2 in the back. Okay, I see.
You said it, Jim. Notice how the Gouged Eye has made sure that there are no gaps in their line for opposing players to run through. Every square is covered by an orc player or one of his tackle zones.
That is true. What's a tackle zone? Display the tackle zone with a pitch grid. Okay.
That's absolutely right, Bob. Each square around a player is a tackle zone. And it looks like, as an added insurance, the Orcs have kept 2 players back deep, close to their own end zone, so they can catch any enemy players lucky enough to dodge their way through the Orc front line.
Mm-hmm. So basically, for the Orcs at least, it says it's all the squares around the player figure. Or model, or, you know, Blitzer in this case. Hack Demon Cutter. Oh, let's look at the names. Kruk Painspear. Darok. Gurk Half-Toad. Okay, I like this. I will read all the names all the time. Sorry, I have to do this. It's just too entertaining. But yeah, that makes sense, right? You have zones that the individual players can try to control.
Jim, let's not forget that a team can only field 2 players in each wide zone. And they always have to field a minimum of 3 players on the halfway line, which coaches refer to as the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage. So, 2 players in each wide zone, which will be those here. Right? On the sides. And 3 on the line. Which makes it 4 in this center. Okay, yeah.
Okay, Bob. It seems like Reichland Reavers have set up their offensive lineup and that the Gouged Eye are ready to kick the ball.
Well, their offensive lineup looks exactly like my defensive lineup. No, it doesn't. 3-4-2-2 is what they set up. 3-4-2-2. So they will try to go through the sides, I guess.
It sure does, Jim. When both teams have finished their setup, the coach of the kicking team places the ball in any square in the opponent's half of the pitch.
That's right, Bob. He can
Okay.
even place it in their end zone if he likes. After placing the ball, it will scatter in random direction, though, only up to a maximum of 7 squares in any of the 8 possible directions.
So when both teams have finished their setup, the coach of the kicking team places the ball anywhere in the opponent's half. Okay, why is that necessary to do this? Okay, just to set up a strategy, I guess.
Those kicks are sure inaccurate, Jim. That's
Yeah.
why coaches sometimes prefer to field a player with the kick skill, since it will cut the number of possible squares the ball will scatter by half. But more on those skills later.
Okay, so player and coach do work together in this. Here we have one that has that's block, catch, dodge, block. What's with the tooltip there? Pass, sure hands. Sprint, block, land, fend, loner, and sure feet. Okay, so there are different skills that each player can have. They also fit different roles, right? The Black Octa Rock is obviously not the runner. And they have attributes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strength and agility, I would guess, in the middle. You know, down there in this window in the right. Yeah, I don't know much about football, but what I do remember is that Blood Bowl is really not you know, you cannot really compare it to football, to American football. Well, let's just see.
That's right, Bob. The kick skill sure is useful, because if the ball bounces off the pitch or into the kicking team's half, the receiving team is awarded a touchback and can give the ball to any player in their team. There goes the little referee with his bone whistle. It's time to rumble!
Okay, so if I kick badly and the ball tumbles back into my half, the receiving team gets a freebie, sort of. Okay. Kick the ball by placing it on the pitch. So this is where I should aim. Well, right click on the highlighted square to kick the ball. So I could, you know, go for this or for this. Yeah, I think it does take very basic American football and adds a lot of Warhammer special rules on that. Kick off.
And look at that kick, Jim. What a perfect kick by Truck Elf Splitter. But what's
Truck
up with
Elf
fans,
Splitter.
Jim?
Oh, okay. Kickoff table. Kickoff events. That's what you can influence by teams, coach skills, and extras in between the games, I guess. Each coach rolls a dice and adds their fame and the number of cheerleaders on their team to their score. The team with the highest score is inspired by their fans cheering and gets an extra reroll this half. If both teams have the same score, then both teams get a reroll. Okay, so the Reavers got a 6, the Gouge I got a 5, so the Reichland Reavers get an extra team reroll. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And this tutorial is going for the basic board game rules. That means you can play the game differently in Blood Bowl Legendary Edition, but you can also go for the board game original rules. So that's something we have to look at later on. Truck Elf Splitter. Okay. What's up with the fans?
As you know, Bob, all kinds of things can happen during a Blood Bowl match. A team may make an inspired play, or raucous fans might throw a rock at one of the opposing team's players, or even invade the pitch. Coaches refer to them as kickoff events. There are lots of different outcomes. In this case, the cheering fans seem to have gone wild with anticipation.
Yeah, okay. We can deal with that.
Right, Jim. Keep an eye on those fans. It seems Reichland Reavers got inspired by their fans cheering and got an extra reroll in this half. No doubt their cheerleaders got the crowd going. Equally important is their assistant coaches and fame, fan factor, during the kickoff events.
Okay. So there are a lot of things influencing the kickoff. Bit of random there, but also plannable or adjustable. Yeah, and I think they do throw rocks.
And that extra team reroll sure is handy for the Reavers, Bob. It allows them to reroll
okay.
one dice roll per turn during a half. Rerolls are very important in Blood Bowl, as coaches quickly discover. There are two types of rerolls, team rerolls and player rerolls. In either case, a reroll allows you to reroll all the dice that produced any one result.
Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. So those are the team rerolls here. And this is the 4 is the extra one the Raglan Reavers got for extra cheerleader power over there. So.
It sure is useful, Jim. So let's continue with the match, shall we? It seems like the Reichland Reavers thrower, Fat Midbrot, is getting ready to pick up the ball, and the ball is just within his reach since he got movement allowance 6.
Fat Midbrot is a thrower. He can pass the ball and has sure hands. Okay. Pick up the ball. So his movement allowance is 6. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not in the movement. Yeah, this large circle here, the second one, will be his movement allowance. No, it's not. Oh, strange. Okay, maybe they will explain it.
Oh, take a look at that, Bob. He almost failed to pick up the ball. Luckily enough for the Reavers, Fat Midbrot has the sure hand skill, which allowed him to re-roll the pickup roll, and he made it on the second attempt.
Didn't see any roll though. But yeah, okay, so that's a player reroll skill. Sure hands, a player with the sure hands skill is allowed to reroll the d6 if he fails to pick up the ball. In addition, the strip ball skill will not work against the player with the skill. Oh, so it's not easy to take the ball off him. You have to tackle him or something. Okay.
True, Jim. Sure hands does come in handy at times. Maybe we should mention that the agility table is used for more than just pickups, Jim. It is also used to work out the success or failure of a number of different actions in Blood Bowl, including dodging, picking up the ball, and throwing or catching the ball, to name but a few. Each action has its own set of modifiers, too, depending on how difficult the action is. It's these modifiers to the dice roll that affect whether or not the action is a success.
Yeah, okay, this is interesting because this is where the game gets complicated, but also fun. There's a lot of stuff that you can do and not do, or try to do and fail, because it's dice rolling again. But yeah, those factors can be influenced. So that's it's not just rolling the dice like in Spacehog. No fear.
That's right, Bob. This all might sound complicated, but it's really easy to understand it all after a few games. For those that wish to broaden their wisdom about Blood Bowl, I recommend taking a look at the official Blood Bowl rulebook.
Boring. Let's play some more. Move Fat Midbrot up the field. Okay. We shall move him there. Right click. This is 1. Okay, the number at the shoe icon says how many moves it is. 1, 2, 3. I don't know about those dice symbols here. That's
You said it, Jim. But look at that. He's not done. He's about to throw a short pass to Griff Oberwald.
Griff Oberwald. You are going to receive a short pass. Okay.
That's a risky play so early in the turn, Bob. Usually, coaches try to perform the easier actions first during their turn, because if anyone fails an action, it's the end of their turn. In this case, it's fairly safe, since
Okay.
Fat Midbrot also has the pass skill, which allows him to re-roll a failed result.
Oh, I see. Those are the modifiers for the dice roll. The inner circle is you get a +1 to your roll. The second circle is you get what the roll shows, and the outer circle is -1 to your roll and -2 if you. So maybe if I try to pass the ball here, it would be rolling the dice -2, and then I can add my skills to that. So this would be very hard, of course, because you would try to throw the ball halfway to the other side. This is pretty easy. And it seems that sure hands, no, pass is helping. It's a reroll. If he throws inaccurately or fumbles, okay. So let's throw to this guy with a nice helmet. It says here 4+. I don't know what that means. 5+. Maybe the necessary throw?
Still a risky play, Jim. Since the thrower has agility of 3, which means that he must roll a 4 or more to be on target. No
Okay.
modifiers apply to the D6 roll because he is not in any tackle zones. And the modifier for short pass is +0.
The names are awesome, right? Oh, he does not count as in the first circle here. The tackle zone would be what is around the players directly. And the little number says I need 4 or more to achieve a pass. So agility 3, yeah, okay, I can see it down there. Let's see if this works. Throw the ball, right click on Griff Overboard and right click again. Notice the passing circles. These indicate the range the ball will be thrown. The longer you attempt to throw it, the more difficult it will be. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Nice one. Good catch.
And he rolls a 4 and makes it.
Yes.
And Griff Obervald reaches for the ball and rolls a 2. He catches the ball. What an amazing play so early in the game, Bob. For those that wish to view the agility table for passing the ball and catching the ball, we refer yet again to the Blood Bowl rulebook.
Oh, okay, so there's an agility table for the required throws. Okay, yeah, but the game will manage to do that without me having to look at the rulebook all the time, I guess. I hope. So the thrower has to roll and the catcher has to roll. Yeah, makes
Sure
sense.
is amazing, Jim. Regarding actions, such as passing, handoffs, and blitz moves, these actions can only be performed by one player per turn. However, it can be any player that attempts these actions. So don't worry about the names of the player positions. They just help illustrate that blitzers are just better at blitzing, throwers are just better at passing the ball, and catchers are just better at catching the ball. Now back to
Captain
the action
Obvious
on the
strikes
pitch.
again.
The Reavers are trying to punch a hole in the Gouged Eye's defense. Look at that, Jim. Zug their ogre prepares to smash the Gouged Eye's black orc on the scrimmage line. Rip Sorpain.
What? Rip Sorpain. Oh, they have an ogre and they're going to use it. Okay, so you have one pass, one handoff, and one blitz per turn. And any of those players on the field can do it. But of course, a catcher has the catch ability, so he will have an easier time to catch. Yeah, okay.
They better stay clear of that big guy, Bob. He has a strength value of 5, and in this case, he is blocking the black orc, Rip Sorpain, who only has a strength of 4.
Oh.
Since the ogre has more strength than his opponent, it means he can roll 2 block dice and choose which one to use. For you folks at home, you can check the player's strengths roll table for further information concerning what effects a player's strength have when blocking.
Okay, so that is something, those tables I want to have a look at, or maybe have them opened in a second window for the first games. Or maybe there's a mouse over later, since the tutorial limits what I can see and cannot see. Strength number, player number, I guess. Yeah, okay. Looks reasonably understandable. Block the black orc. Double right click on Rip Sorpain and then choose Defender Down dice in the block action window. Oh, okay. So that's the block action. There's a comparison. Defender down. Mighty Blow. Add 1 to any armor or injury roll made by a player with a skill when an opponent is knocked down by this player during a block. Yeah, and then there are a lot of extra rules for interaction between sub-rules, and that is, well, for now, we don't care. Loners, through inexperience, arrogance, animal ferocity, or just plain stupidity, do not work well with the rest of the team. Name is Zug. Zug Smash. So, we can push. Push back the Black Orc to the indicated square and follow with Zug. Yes.
And look at that, Jim. He rolls defender down, and the defender stumbles. He uses the defender down result to push Rip Sorepain back a square and knock him flat on his back in the mud. And whenever a player hits the ground, you make an armor roll to see if his armor protects him from injury.
Okay, so if anybody gets hit, you have to see if he's hurt.
Lucky for that Black Orc, he's got some heavy armor on him, Bob. Oh, wait. It looks like Zug managed to break the Black Orc's armor and has caused a knockout result on the injury roll. That's because Zug has the extremely powerful Mighty Blow skill, which adds +1 to your armor roll. The Reavers fans go wild. After all, it's called Blood Bowl.
Okay.
And brutality on the pitch? We like that, Jim. Seems like the Reavers smashed up an opening too. Look at Jean-Paul Musen. The Reavers catcher is running right through their defense. I smell a touchdown soon, Jim.
Jean-Paul Musen? Okay. Yeah, so Zug basically pushed one of the defenders on the scrimmage line back, knocked him down, and the knockdown player has had a bad roll and is now injured.
Not so fast, Bob. He still needs to make a dodge roll to bypass the gouged eye's solid defense.
Varaguchua. He's gonna come into the game now. Dodge through with Jean-Paul Musen. Right click on the indicated square to plot the movement, like this. Okay, so I see where he goes. He is trying to take this way here. But what's the red dice?
That's right, Jim. And while he squeezes through the defense, he rolls a 3 and successfully dodges through, since he needs to roll a 3 or more. With an agility value of 3, he requires a roll of 4 or more to be successful. But since Jean-Paul Musen dodges through a square that has no tackle zones, he receives a +1 bonus dodge modifier when attempting the dodge roll. Remember, it's always the square that you are dodging to that determines the modifiers. That's some nice dodging, Jim.
Okay, so the destination does decide about the toughness of the roll or the difficulty. Okay, not the way you go, which is a bit strange.
Too right, but look, it looks like Griff Oberwald will dodge through and make a go for it to hand off the ball to Jean-Paul Musen. And just like every action in Blood Bowl, a go for it can be treacherous, Bob.
Go for it. Well, then go for it.
That's all true, Jim. While all players can go for it 2 additional squares of movement, they need to roll a d6 to see if they can make it.
Ah,
On
okay.
1, they will fall flat on the ground in the square where they failed, and therefore must make an armor roll, and it will cause a team turnover.
Ooh, team turnover makes you lose your turn, I guess. And those are the squares with the dices. So I could easily move there. If I want to go one further, I have to roll a dice. Move Griff Overwald down the field next to Jean-Paul Musen and hand over the ball. Yeah, okay. So like this. Still don't know what the red dice is, but this is an extra. And he has to roll now. Dodge was successful. I think we will be able to see the rolls over here in the lower right corner later on. Just not in the tutorial. And now hand over the ball like this.
Some high-quality play there, Bob. Griff Oberwald dodges through and goes for it to the catcher, and Jean-Paul Musen successfully catches the handoff. Now, a handoff is always considered as an accurate pass, so the receiving player simply needs to pass an agility roll. Our catcher, with an agility of 3, therefore catches the ball on a roll of 3 or more.
Oh yeah, there is some luck of the dice involved in this game. At least if you play it classic. That is.
That's all nice, Jim, but I want to see more action on the pitch.
Yeah.
And here we go. It looks like the human blitzer, Matthias Meyer, is getting ready to blitz that
Matthias
while
Meyer.
Griff Oberwald is assisting him.
Sorry, that's the most generic German name you can think of. Matthias Meyer. It's like... Makes it all the more awesome. Okay, so... the blitzer. Okay, yeah. To blitz an orc. I want to know what that is.
That's right, Bob. Once per turn, a player on the moving team is allowed to make a special blitz move. A blitz allows the player to move and make a block. The block may be made at any point during the move, but costs 1 square of movement for the player to make.
Okay, which basically means I can run through here and block this one and punch him out of the way so he doesn't interfere with those two preparing the touchdown. Let's see if I got that right. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, Matthias Meyer, the blitzer, can block. Is proficient at knocking down opponents. The block skill is used, if used, does not knock down the player if the dice result both down is used. Okay. Let's see. Plan the move, execute. And now we roll, and hopefully we can take him down. Trock Air Splitter. But didn't it say... Okay, so I have both down as the only options.
That's one tough blitzer, Jim. Since Griff Oberwald assisted him, he had +1 strength, giving him a strength value of 4. So he gets to roll 2 block dice and choose the result. Fortunately, he has rolled both down twice. But fortunately, Matthias Meyer has the block skill, which allows him to ignore the both down result. But since poor old Truck Elf Splitter does not have the block skill, he goes down. What a blitz he made, Jim.
Okay, so blocking without the block skill means you may go down yourself while blocking an enemy player. I see. And he assisted automatically because he was standing next to Trock Elf Splitter, I guess.
Indeed, Bob. The player may carry on moving after the effects of the block have been worked out, if he has any squares of movement left. It seems like he is moving up next to the catcher to protect him.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, to block all those guys out here.
What is Peter Van Gullet trying to do?
Peter Van Gullet?
Like he'll fall over and cause a turnover. Normally, a turn only ends when all the players in the team have performed an action. However, certain events cause the turn to end before all the players have taken an action.
Yeah, so that's why they said in the beginning that a good coach does do the more difficult moves at the end of the turn. Because it's more likely you will have fall over or something, fumble, stuff like that. Attempt to dodge. Attempt to dodge. Okay, so I rolled a 1, requiring a 4, re-rolling.
Turnover! Not even the team re-roll helped them there, Bob. This doesn't look good for the Reavers, since Jean-Paul Musen is wide open for a blitz. The Orcs don't waste any time, and there goes Krug Painspear, the gouged eye star, Orc Blitzer. He just blitzed up the pitch, and now he's going to throw a block at Jean-Paul Moussin, the Reaver's catcher. Krug Painspear got a strength of 3 compared to Jean-Paul's 2, which means Krug Painspear can roll 2 block dice and choose which one he will use.
Oh my god, all the excitement, I can't take it. No, but I think they're doing a good job with this tutorial. It is rather complicated if you look at it at first. All the roles and the skills and the interactions, but in the end, it's about having a complicated game of chess with more options and less tactic needed to win it. I guess less thinking ahead. Let's put it like this. Because you have to react to more random stuff that you know, don't have to do in chess. Krug Painspear. Where is that guy? There he is. Okay, he can tackle. And what's this guy's name? Cannonball Benny. Yeah, okay. So, the Ox... he went down because he failed to dodge against a 3 agility, which is pretty stupid. But that means the turnover, and that means it's the Orc's turn. Okay.
Did you see that, Jim? Since Krug Painspear has the tackle skill, Jean-Paul Moussin is knocked down with a defender stumbles, even though he has the dodge skill, which would normally allow him to regard that as a simple pushback. What a blitz! That looks like a spleen gone awry. Brutal and bloody just the way we like it. And the gouged eye fans go wild. It looks like the Reavers will have to use their apothecary to stitch up that wound. And there they come, running onto the pitch, carrying out the lifeless body.
Okay. I don't see any lifeless body. So there's the blitz. Bam. Look, a kill tackle. Result dead. Consequence dead. I think he's dead, Jim.
That's assuming the apothecary can mend him, Bob. The apothecary allows a re-roll of any injury, and you could choose the new result. And now the Reavers don't have an apothecary for the rest of the game, so you can only use them once. It was worth it, though. He was for sure brought back from the dead. However, he is out for the rest of this drive. This will be hard for the Reavers to grab that ball back, especially since Cannonball Benny is within reach of the ball.
Cannonball Benny!
Bob, I'm not so sure about that. He might be a good thrower when it comes to throwing it downfield, but it looks like Cannonball Benny is about to attempt a risky pass to Varag Gaulchua, and Griff Oberwald is in a great position to make an interception attempt. Can't he see him?
Okay, so basically this orc blitzed one of my guys, Jean-Paul Moussin, to death, and my apothecary made him just badly hurt, which means he's, for this drive, they called it, for this move, I would call it, he's on the sidelines. But he can continue the game. And now the cannonball guy will try to catch the ball and throw. But Griff Oberwald will intercept. Okay, let's see. He's getting the ball. He has sure hands. And now I can let Griff Oberwald intercept.
That's right, Jim. The crowd holds its breath as Griff leaps to intercept the pass.
Oh, he
needs an
intercepts the
agility
pass.
roll of
Okay.
3 or more. However, a player making an interception attempt suffers a -2 modifier, which means that Griff will need a score of 5 or 6 to catch the ball. The dice is rolled and comes up with a 6. Griff catches the ball. It's an interception! And just listen to those Reavers fans, Jim. They're going wild! That's a turnover for the gouged eye.
Okay, so if you intercept a throw, I thought I intercept the player, but I intercept the throw, I can, that's a takeover too.
And there goes Griff Oberwald, sprinting down the field to score Reichland Reavers' first touchdown. And listen to those fans, Bob, howling like banshees and rabid wolves.
Okay. Let's score a touchdown. Double click on the indicated square. Why is he going there? Oh, to avoid him being able to intercept maybe or something. Touchdown. Yeah. Look at my stupid helmet.
What a touchdown, Jim! Did you see that? Amazing! But the game is far from over. This is just warming up. 6 turns remain.
And
for
the
first
cheerleaders.
half, and then we got a full second half with 8 more turns before this game is over.
Oh, that's the first 8 tent. Let's call it a tent. Touchdown. Yeah, that's a knocked out player here. From the block in the beginning. He was on the scrimmage line. And he's now still knocked out. So 8 turns per half. 2 halves meaning 16 turns. And if you don't lose a lot to turnovers, you can do quite some moves in one turn. Okay.
Oh, boy, Bob, this'll be interesting. May Nuffle always bless his dice.
Unfortunately, we will have to stop broadcasting from because the fans are about to invade the pitch. We will be back shortly. Thanks for playing this. Okay, that was the very short tutorial, but I guess it's okay. Emptying the stadium, please stand by. So, if you want to, after watching the tutorial, you can have a look at the handbook, the competition rules. I guess that's not the worst idea to do if you're going to play a lot of Blood Bowl. Those sound effects are awesome. It explains the the game setup, kickoff, receiving, kicking, turnovers, play actions. It's not that much, really. The tackle zone is obvious, and of course a look at the table does help. Agility table does say what you need to roll, but if you look at it, you know, if you have a lot of agility, you need to roll less. Same goes for strength. All the comparative rolls work like this. But if you really want to know, you know, if that +1 modifier will help you or not, you can have a look at this. Rolling a 1 before modification always fails, and a roll of 6 before modification always succeeds. That's maybe interesting. Critical hit and critical fail. Yeah, the blocks. The different outcomes: attacker down, both down, pushed, defender stumbles, defender down. And it's very cute that it is explained how you have to knock down the figure if you play the board game. Oh, very nice. Okay, injury table. That's awesome. Casualty. You roll 2d6 to determine whether you are losing a guy or just got a knocked out guy or just got a stunned guy who's lying on the pitch. Yeah, the throwing is a bit more complicated than the rest, but I guess that's all okay. Especially since we don't have to do it all ourselves, and you know, the PC game will help us do that. Scoring touchdowns. And KO'd players can get right back into the match after a touchdown and after the first half is over. So you can, as a coach, roll if you get your KO guys back. That's about creating a team. The kickoff events are awesome. There's also weather. And this is why people who buy this game and want to have a nice round of American football with orcs are a bit disappointed, because they are overwhelmed by the set of rules that is in existence. But I guess if you just go for the tutorial and then have a quick match, maybe even an exhibition match, I think you can get into the game. So competition is something for when you know how the game works. Campaign may be good. Story mode is something with an add-on. You know, it's like you have to play different teams and not only manage one team like in competition mode. And this is where it gets interesting. You can go for classic gameplay, which is really next to the board game rules. And it's also explained here. You can play it in real time. I don't know. Can you? Campaign name: Captain's Rush. Oh, Rush, like this. Difficulty: no real time. Okay, I think it is possible to play it in real time mode though. Boomfat Badger, welcome. Because there is a real time mode. Yeah, Blitz it's called. That's the feature of the Legendary Edition? I don't know really. You will be able to customize player equipment, negotiate contracts, and even play real-time matches. It's up to you to decide which features to use. So in Blitz you have some additional customization options if you want to. In Classic you haven't. And I guess I will play a campaign in Classic mode first, to see how this works. Let's go for medium, that should be okay. And now we can play, we can choose a team. And there's quite a lot of them. In this Legendary Edition there's 11 I guess, and there's also a Chaos Edition that adds even more teams. This is the Amazons. Chaos. The Dark Gods protect us. Dark Elves. Dwarves. Yeah, that's a nice hat. Sir Dwarf, that is a very nice hat. The Elves. The Goblins. Halflings. Strange enough, but look at their logo. It's all about the eating. High Elves. Humans, of course, we saw them in the tutorial. The Khemri. Lizard Man. Also very nice hat. And you can look at the figure if you want to, at the model. Which is nice. The Necromantics. The Norse. Vikings. The Nurgle. Nurgle. Ogre. The Orcs we saw in the tutorial. The Skaven. The Undead. Vampires. And Wood Elves. Yeah, okay, that's crazy hair. It's not a helmet, that's crazy hair. Okay, so, what do we do? I would go for Goblin because crazy. Crazy's awesome. The first to get the red card, I'll take him off immediately. I can let the computer generate. No punching, no punching. Oh, awesome. Okay, you can customize your team a bit. It's like, go for green shirts or, you know, stuff like this. Not so important, but a Goblin team's game plan owes much more to hope than potential. Goblins can make quite good catches because they are small and agile, but the art of throwing is sadly lost to them, while the chances of their blocking anything larger than a halfling are remote to say the least. Still, this never seems to bother goblin players, and occasionally the use of a particularly devious secret weapon will even allow a goblin team to win a match. Okay, this sounds awesome, but maybe a bit too difficult, because that is something you don't read in the game rules. The teams are different. Very, very different to play, and some are really not easy to, you know, figure out. And since I don't know how they all work, I will maybe go for the Vikings, which is basically human with a lot more beard than. Norse teams have a well-deserved reputation for ferocity both on and off the playing pitch. The Norse that takes up Blood Bowl is a truly unedifying specimen. Interested only in beer, women, and song off the playing pitch, and beer, women, and bloody carnage while on it. Yeah, okay. You can enter your own history also, if you want to. But I like to have the description there. We got fine spirits and spiced fish. So they are prone to drinking on and off. Let's take the Norse. Oh, team name, yeah. Nemo's Vikings. Oh no, let's call them Berserkers. Yeah, that's good. What's with that whipping sound? So that's the competition map. Okay. Prestige ranking. Yeah, okay, we are rank 141, and the plan is to get to number 1. Winner gets +10. It's called the Clean Cup. There are rules to this. Okay, that's a lot of stuff extra. There are 4 teams. Oh, you can change different, use different. Okay, so those are the available competitions, and they have different rules. So the Clean Cup has limitations. What's allowed and what's not allowed. Aging, negotiating with players is not in this. Skilled players are not allowed. Sponsors and equipment are not allowed. And there are playoffs. So you can choose your starting point. No, you need to play this because there are prerequisites to unlock them. Okay. You currently have no players. Do you want to buy any? Yes, please. Or else I won't be able to play, right? A player with a block skill. Yeah, okay. So, a blocker, a block pass guy. Dauntless, what does that do? Dauntless only works when the player attempts to block an opponent who is stronger than himself. Roll a d6 and add it to strength. If the total is equal to or lower than the opponent's strength, player must block using his normal strength. Okay. I got 1 million gold coins to start this up. And if I see this correctly, I could play with 16 linemen if I wanted to. But I can have 1 Yeti in the game, 2 werewolves, 2 berserkers, 2 runners, 2 throwers, and 16 linemen. But the whole team does consist of 16 players and 11 are on the pitch. So, Vivus Furball. How much does he cost? I want the Yeti. Big guy. Disturbing presence. Yeah, I like that. Since our team is named Berserkers, of course we do need 2 Berserkers. Edmundfringer. Audun Hafnarsson. Let's take him. 2 linemen, we need 1 thrower. Maybe a runner. 2 runners. And a werewolf. I guess I should take all the specials, right? Yeah, but I'm nearly done with the money. Okay, that's it. Team value 960, cheerleaders 0. Yeah, that's for the kickoff results. Rerolls, I can buy extra rerolls. Apothecary. Costs 50,000, okay. Assistant coaches, what do they do? Different stuff. Okay, those influence the kickoff table events. Hmm. The more fame, the better. That's the rules again. Look at that, that's my team. And that's the Yeti. Aw, I like him. Looks a bit more like a troll. But not the Warhammer troll kind, of course. That's the Yeti. Where's the werewolf? Is he invisible? Oh, those are maybe werewolves. Okay, let's buy a cheerleader, just for fun. Oh, 60,000 for reroll. And fan factor. And the rest we will save. What does this do? Oh, okay, this is just what we have. Season stats, career stats. That looks like Soccer Manager back in the day. So that is also part of the game, managing the team. Let's prepare the match and see if this works out. Oh. They have a value of a lot more. You can transfer money from your team's treasure into your petty cash. With petty cash, you can purchase inducements. Yeah, let's put 10,000 in there and see what that does. Huh? I just put 10,000 in there. Okay, never mind. I don't get it. Star players and mercenaries. Star players are the heroes of the Blood Bowl arena, the most resourceful and talented players in the sport. Each star player has his own set of special skills. Wow. Let's have a look at that. Morg and Torg. Zara the Slayer. Ice Pelt. Hammer Blow. Okay, so I could, you know, go for the big guys, but I don't have the money, obviously. And I can hire linemen. Mercenaries. Oh, they play just one game. Replaceable players. Fair play. So I can hire a one-time apothecary for 100k. Okay. A wizard. What does he do? Wizards may only cast spells. They are allowed to cast fireball. Okay, wow. And then there's foul play. You can bribe the referee. Extra training. That's an extra team reroll, okay. Oh, that's gonna be awesome for the Norse guys. Let's buy them a keg of beer. And the Halfling Master Chef. Yeah, okay, let's ignore that for now. How much is a wizard? Okay. So we have stuff, the other team doesn't have stuff. The Wolfenburg Diggers. Okay, there's a lot of information going on here, guys. But it said the tutorial was like, yeah, you have to play 2 to 3 games to get into it, so. Oh, we're playing on a ship. Nice one. The crowd is cheering.
Dablevision, the Blood Bowl channel, is happy to bring you this match, which, if it lives up to expectations, should be a real humdinger, shouldn't it, Jim?
Hi, Bob. Hi, everyone. My answer would be like every Blood Bowl match. Blood, sweat, tears, a bull, apothecaries on standby. What more can you ask for? There's such a difference between the level of the two teams. You've got to be slightly worried.
Okay, so we got the announcers in-game. This is awesome. I thought they were maybe exclusive to the tutorial. But they're not. Which is good. Since there's a counter running, I just wanted to pause now. There was a weather roll. Organize your players. So that's our Yeti. That's the referee. And we got 3, 4, 2, 2. And I can press C to switch the camera around. So this is... yeah, that's good. You can actually see a lot of the game. I like the camera controls. That does work for me. Only thing I can... oh, I can also... oh, sorry. That was a bit much. Turn it around like I want to. So the enemy has the 3, 4, 2, 2. Bit more on the outside. No, identical. Okay. Yeah. Well, what can you do? Frenzy. Slavering psychopath.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge.
Oh, I
of a
can
raving Blood Bowl star. The noise
can go
created by
for
a system
predefined
fireball,
setups.
followed by the
Okay.
characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
Yeah, I just saw that a bit late, but you could go for predefined setups. You don't have to do it manually if you don't want to. So I guess I have something really... oh, no rerolls, huh? And now I have to do the kickoff.
That's it. The ball's in play. There's going to be trouble.
Kickoff event. Throw a rock. An enraged fan hurls a large rock at one of the players on the opposing team. To decide which fans throw the rock, each coach rolls a dice and adds their fate. Oh, okay. In the case of a tie, a rock is thrown at each team. Decide randomly which players hit. Only players on the pitch are eligible and roll for the effects of the injury. So
get
both
off the
are.
pitch. If you can't take a little block like that.
Maybe they'll never play Blood Bowl again.
Good. I've got better things to do with my time.
He's badly hurt. Okay, so the enemy got just knocked out, and my guy is badly hurt.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting
Ouch.
wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget
Let's
the
wait for him
infamous
to get better.
2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders stadium
Okay,
to
he just
sink
ran
into
through my
the earth.
defense.
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
And we have a battle log, which is necessary with all the dice rolling here. And a blitz. They are not kidding
Reminds me
around,
when
huh?
I took Griff to bits in the 91 final against Reichland.
Oh yeah, you kneecapped him.
Oh, the undead are
I
awesome.
think he's singing him a lullaby.
Oh yes. They suffer a turnover because my Yeti knocked down their Flash Golem. Okay, so there's the ball. I want it. I want it. What can you do? Can you intercept? Maybe law and regeneration. What does that do? Oh, extra armor roll. Okay. Stefan the villain. The villain. Okay. It's white.
Did you know that the Grimjacks were the very first team to experiment with flesh golems instead of mummies?
Oh yeah, Bob. The
Let's
famous
block him.
Flesh Golem Frankenstein made a debut with that team.
Oh yeah, Jim. Frank, who lost count of his replacement limbs.
And push him in the middle. No, don't follow.
Yep, upside
Okay,
down. That's
knocked
one way
down.
to look at things.
And now I could try to get even further into the field. This would be an extra roll. I could... No, I'm not risking a fall down there, but I will try to create... And maybe he will intercept then. Ah, he can take care of them. Okay, let's move there. Yeah, he's engaged now with him. That's it. Yeah, okay, so that's what I remember just now. You have one blitz per turn. Should have blitzed him, maybe. Let's try to move him here. Disturbing presence. Yeah, that's good.
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnivel, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Blast team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, now that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings.
Oh, okay, so a loner means he does not always get to use the team's reroll. Cool. Okay, the wild animal sometimes decides to do stuff. Now I can try to take out another guy. Attacker down. Both down.
A mouthful of knuckle and
Both
then
down.
a mouthful of
That means
dirt.
a turnover.
He went down face first.
I haven't quite gotten how that works now. Ouch.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face. Down and eat the dust. It's good for you.
And he's up again already. That was just a pushback.
And don't forget, children,
Ah,
don't try and
nice
do
one.
this at home. Remember, these are
I like the
seasoned
turnover mechanic that you
Well,
sometimes, you know,
whatever it is
just
anyway, the Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
But I didn't get why he was why he had to choose the both down thing. Did not really get that.
That player's gonna wake up
Ooh.
with a serious headache.
So the others get a chance to knock me down on the way. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be one
You're not
for the
far
enemy
from the line
team.
now.
It smells like a touchdown. As
Ouch.
soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch.
Another
It
one
seems
knocked down.
This player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get hurt.
No.
Funny how his head went one way and the body the other.
Must have an elastic jaw. The pitch is no place to lie down for a sleep.
Well, after an uppercut like that, he doesn't have any choice.
Oh, that was a foul, huh? Because he tried to kill him, I guess.
Who doesn't remember the Badlands Deadskins and their mummies back in the old days, Bob?
A very interesting story indeed, Jim. Apparently Javlok Kavlok, the head coach of the Deadskins, was unable to find some preserved mummies. So he fielded 2 flesh golems instead.
Indeed, Bob, and he clad them from head to toe in bandages.
Oh, he's gonna go and fall over because I have bad luck? Yeah, okay. Damn it.
Somehow he managed to...
Oh, he dodged.
What a shame.
Ah, but it was a nice try there to still try to stop him. And a replay. Damn. Damn. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of stuff going on in the round. I would like to have the ability to stop the timer and read the battle log to see what happens sometimes, but I guess that's not really possible. Organize your players. So, that will be the defensive tackle, strong line, strong blitz. Yeah, they are blitzing in here. More fight. More fight sounds good.
The ball goes skywards and the match is on.
Quick snap. The offense start their drive a fraction before the defense is ready, catching the kicking team flat-footed. All of the players on the receiving team are allowed to move 1 square. This is a free move and may be made into any adjacent empty square, ignoring tackle zones, and may be used to enter the opposing half of the... Okay.
Wrestling lunatics.
And
That
that's
is
just
very
the
powerful.
apothecaries, Jim.
Can ignore tackle zones. Wow. So we can try to divide their attention. Touch back. Oh, I can now choose a player to give the ball to. Yeah, okay, he gets it. And he could throw a pass safely up to this line. So if you go and tackle one of those guys, you could try to go through. So let's see. Let's try something here.
Berserkers, Yetis, Ulfwurners.
I'll bet you like this, Jim.
Of course, Bob. To be brutally honest,
Okay,
I always
block,
enjoy
block,
a pack
block,
of
block.
raving maniacs.
Spoken as a true Blood Bowl fan,
I
Jim.
could move now. Also. Why is there a red circle there? I don't know. Let's try it. Inaccurate.
Hospital
Damn.
Are these guys pros?
Damn. Lost the ball. Was worth a shot though. Ow.
That's one regulation clobbering.
Yeah, those undead are pretty... Did you see that? The fans are starting to punch them.
Farewell look towards his wife.
She's not the one with the pitchfork.
No, that's the mother-in-law.
That's unfair. Sniff, sniff. The undead are pretty tough in the fighting.
You're assuming then that he has something between his ears. To
So
begin
the
with.
apothecary.
If it wasn't for the blood flowing from his nose and mouth, you'd swear he was having a rest.
I'll use the apothecary on that one.
Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts. A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to think of it.
Not
Hey,
really. when you
Oxytropis.
consider that brains are also less frequent.
Yeah, I get smashed by the undead here. That's a tough one. But he's knocked down. Okay, he decided to not do anything. He can get up. Oh, I could try to tackle him. Let's move first before we lose another turn. Let's try that. Let's try a risky move.
Blood Bowl players are getting more like their Albion League cousins every day.
That wasn't a light touch that put him down, Jim. That was
It's a
solid
very
shot.
specific type of game that, you know, needs a specific type of player to enjoy it. It's very complicated at first. Takes I would say 4 or 5 games to really get what you're doing, and then there are so many different teams.
I've heard
They
teams
work
that simply
differently
disappear after being abandoned by
in
their
terms
supporters.
of
I'd say
play
that some
style
teams
and
who
game
haven't won a
mechanics.
match for several years have been
Very
tied up
interesting
by
though,
their fans
but
and thrown
I
into
think it
rubbish
takes some effort to get
containers.
into
The
it.
only way to end a downward spiral.
It's quite
That's what
tough,
happens
this
when a
first
pro
one.
crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge.
But maybe I wasn't supposed to go for a campaign with the Norse at first. I don't know. Tutorial is nice though. Explains a lot.
That player's seeing stars now.
Funny for someone that wasn't really that bright.
Come on, get up, you lazy ATU. No, he doesn't want to. Okay. The ball is here and it's protected quite good. I have to dodge 2 times to get there. I have to try it anyway. Maybe there's another one who can blitz easier. Let him try. Yeah, okay. First hit. That's the first touchdown, the second touchdown for the enemy team there. And they are just smashing my guys in all the time. Even the Yeti. I'm doing something wrong, I guess.
Did you know that well in advance of the match, the Berserkers will often start quaffing flagons of ale before whipping themselves into a frenzy?
That can sure be useful.
Oh,
Bob.
very
We should
nice.
try that
Turnover.
someday.
Yes,
We'd
it's
better
good.
leave that to the professionals, Jim. You already
So.
look a little pale. Get it? Pale?
Can't get there in time.
Never mind.
So let's try to get our guys into the game again. Get up, you lazy. It's a bit strange that you do have to do this manually. I should have, you know, should have done that earlier with a lot more of my guys. I can kick him now. Yeah, he will go for the touchdown, and all I can try is to get an enemy out of the game.
A perfect Utsuri Goshi.
Well, what's that when it's at home?
In layman's term, a stamp on the skull.
Can try to take out his guys. That's all I can do. Yes. That was a push. And now the enemy's getting his second touchdown. Oh, damn.
That puts them into the clear.
It's certainly another point on the scoreboard, but the match isn't over till it's over.
Do you have any other deep insights like that?
Oh, half my team is dead. Even though I bought them beer in the beginning, didn't help. Organize your players, your remaining players, it should say. Okay, I'm gonna be the receiving team. I'm going for the
Did you
defensive
know
this
that
time.
the Berserkers are selected from the thirstiest Norse players?
Nope.
Yes, the head coach tells the team that they
And,
must have beer.
brilliant
and the one
coaching,
that enters
okay.
the most furious rage
Oh, I
becomes
won.
the new team Berserker.
They run out
won.
of beer in Norse teams?
So I
Of
get
course
an
not, Bob.
extra
The
reroll
head
this
coaches
time.
Just tell the players that if they're low on
Oh, that was
Berserkers.
quite a good kick and a horrible catch there. So... Let's try to get those guys out of the way. Okay, he can't do anything. He can try to blitz one of them. Oh, I need a 5.
The ball is in his hands.
Okay, perfect. He's not a good thrower, but he is. So let's try to give the ball to him.
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling Big Moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey,
That's
I'm
no
off to that
work.
one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now
So-
you like Big Moot sandwiches?
Ah, no way. A little
Let's
elf?
try to close up the lines here to protect those guys so he can give the ball to him and then he can pass on to the others over here, and we try to go through The right side of the field. I don't know if that works. I have no idea. Regeneration. Yeah, wild animal. The Yeti sometimes does not like my suggestions. Let's call them suggestions. Choose block dice. Defender down. And there. No, we do not. Do we want to follow? Yeah, let's. We can move in
Right
some
the
more.
face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one.
The other guy. So only player I have moved is this one, which is perfect, I guess. That would require one dodge. Can I get to him?
Corruption is so widespread that the Referees Guild has set out rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate.
Oh, I won't be able to go against him with a lineman. That's an additional roll there. There too. That's 3 times dodge. 1 time dodge. Maybe I would just stay there. Yeah, let's end the turn.
I'm sure several of those players will be happy
Halftime.
to be heading back to the changing rooms for the halftime interval.
Yes, and I'm sure that the operating tables and catgut are ready to welcome them.
So some of my knocked out guys are coming back now. Hopefully. So that was game time. Game time just decided, okay, it's halftime. You just wasted all your moves, or what? I don't get it. Because there is a timer. Let's try it this way again.
The players are ready.
Perfect defense. Okay, so they can reorganize.
Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of a team.
Like the Motley Horde, that's made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
Okay, I will have to move him first next time. He can receive the ball then. And just move in. Like this. He's the dauntless one. So he can stay there and try to block the biggies.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded but perfectly legal.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest
Yeah,
of
okay.
all sports.
That was
So
obviously
they say, but it really only
dangerous.
comes down to taking a few hits.
That was fast. Ow.
Somebody had better stuff some smelling salts under his nose.
That
Yeah,
won't
nice
do him
try.
good. He'll need extract of Nurgle to put him back on his feet.
Okay, let's talking about putting guys back on their feet. He's back on his feet. Oh, come on.
His arm, bang, on target.
We should have caught that one. Stupid. The enemy games had 400 points more than my starting team. That is quite difficult. They have better base values in general. But my berserkers are doing good. So I guess. What is jump up?
Just look at the fans. They're red
Oh,
hot.
okay.
A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision.
He's got the ball!
Yeah. And now. The plan was to take him down. Why can't I move him now? I could have moved him before. That's strange. Let's blitz one of them. Yeah, of course he falls over, because reasons. Damn it! Damn it! Come on, guys. Do it. Oh, he dodged 2 times. Damn those werewolves. Ow.
Wallop! Right on the schmozzle!
He'll have a bit of trouble
On the
blowing his
schmozzle.
nose from now on.
I guess the big guy has to do something now. Oh, he's getting knocked
Now
down.
there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
Let's try to get those up again. Wild animal decides to have a rest. So what keeps me from going there? That one, that one, that one. Defender down. Yes.
This
Let's
player
try to
has
push.
opened the slapping box and gives rather generously. I don't know if
Oh,
we really
crap.
like that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but
He doesn't like the
certainly
uppercut.
ate it.
Oh, that is actually not bad.
Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets
That's
his
even
medicine
better.
and he's having a little nap.
So maybe I will be able to push through after all. Jump up, very good. Up you go. Team is up again.
Do you remember when the first necromantic teams started to appear in the minor circuits, Bob?
Oh yeah, that sure was fun, Jim.
Especially when they fielded
Nice.
skeletons and werewolves at the same time, Bob.
I remember the werewolves kept running away with the skeleton's bones, much to the delight of the fans.
He's in a frenzy now. No, not a good idea yet. Let's push him there. He can't really do anything. Let's try something else. Is he one who can throw good? No, okay. Dodge is completed. That's a 5 against agility 3. Got no rerolls. I think the blue circles are the intercept chances. Let's try to blitz him. Damn it! Ah, that would have been too awesome. Okay, this is going to be tough now.
One of the most famous Norse teams out there, Jim, is the Vinheim Valkyries.
The Vinheim Valkyries.
Vinheim Rampagers.
Perhaps you
Ow,
could tell the
knockdown.
fans why they changed their name, Bob.
Sure can,
No,
Jim.
lost the
They went
ball.
into hiding after they pillaged
Ha,
and
catch
burned
failed.
down Skalgrim and Hoist, the only sponsor that
Oh, it
was
should be
doing
my
their
turn now,
sponsorship up to
after
this
the
day.
failed catch.
Good hand skills.
Oh no, it was not a
Ballers
pass,
call it.
okay. Yeah, now the enemy team's got the ball. That's not good. Both down, so I get another chance. But it looks tough. End of match imminent. Yeah, that's a timer. The timer thing is not so much fun. Get up, you guys. You need to work now. Can't? He's KO. Okay. Yeah, he's waiting for it, right? Standing there. Yeah, that's how you do it. And push him back. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of chance there. Both down, I guess. Damn it.
We can thank the Necromantic Broadcasting Circle for introducing the sport to so many necromancers.
That's true, Jim.
Well,
Our bowl would
let's not
surely
thank
be
them too
empty
much.
Without howling werewolves and flesh golems and their replacement limbs.
Replacement
Nice
list.
left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
This is not an easy
Right,
game, I have to
there's
say.
one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation.
Oh, get up, you lazy you. Go get him. Go get him. Yes. Okay. I can't just get the ball from him. I need a special skill for that. But of course we can try to make it hard for the guy. To get through. Ooh, no. Let's go there. Right through the middle. That's
I bet those Yetis don't like playing the Dungeon Bowl, Bob.
That's right, Jim. Some Norse teams downright refuse to play in that cup, claiming it to be inhumane.
That's strange, Bob. Didn't figure any Norse team to be humane.
Let's try it. Oh, come on. That Yeti. Not worth his money. That was luck.
Too fast to tackle.
Oh,
This
damn.
player knows how to dodge and give free lessons.
Yeah, he should give free lessons. Oh, he's protecting him well. Too well, I guess.
Somebody's making a break for it.
And on the sidelines, you people get punched a lot. Nasty game.
That right hook was worthy of a black orc.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it.
I didn't get why that was... okay, never mind.
He didn't
Yeah,
react
desperate
fast enough
attempt.
there.
No, to be effective, you've got to get your retaliation.
So, first game
in
lost.
first. Touchdown!
That's okay.
How many touchdowns is that? I'm beginning to lose track of the score.
Well, try counting in oodles.
Those cheerleaders are awesome. Frankenstein's bride. Okay. So that was
And
the
match
first
draws
match.
to an end with the team sinking.
Talk about a one-sided match.
Yeah.
Send out the reserve team by mistake?
Tiddlywinks world champions, more like it.
There can be no excuses. No balls, no victory.
I'm not sure that comment will come across as you meant it to sound.
MVP looks great on a CV, but what really counts is for the team to win.
Well, he did his best, but it just wasn't good enough.
Somebody should tell these guys that there are two halves to a pitch.
Perhaps there was some form of illegal wizardry that kept them to their side. What? Not one player doped? Let me express just a teensy-weensy bit of surprise.
Well, if it's true, it will definitely go down in the annals.
I don't know if the ref has got enough room to write down the names of all those he sent off.
Yeah, okay. The commentary can get quite strange. Yeah, let's talk about Blood Bowl. I mean, it's a super complex game, right? But you can start playing it just like this. But you have to lose 1 or 2 times, I guess. If you're absolutely new to it. And it does help to look at the rulebook before you really go in for a long run. So, a bit of preparation is maybe necessary to go for the campaign mode. Main menu, please. Save and quit. Okay. So campaign mode is what we did now. There are exhibition match, which just, you know, you can just show a team or try out a team. I should have maybe done that. Competition is what you do after you know what you're doing in the game. Then you start that. And story mode may be interesting or even more fun. As a starting player, I don't really know that. So the game doesn't let you in easy. But it's fun to play, I would say. And you can try to go in for, you know, saying that it's luck-based, but you can do a lot about that. Making smart moves and a bit of move preparation helps avoiding to have to roll all those dodges. And acquiring rerolls is possible, and I guess building up a team of good players is really nice. But it does take time, so this is not a game you play in between, you know. It's either you go in for it and play it a lot, or you don't. To get into it. If you are into the game and know the rules, you can maybe just play it once in a while. I don't know about that. But yeah, I would say it's not a treasure game for me. It requires too much fiddling around with the rules for that. But it's definitely a game I will play again. It's it's very entertaining. I would say that's summarizing the whole experience. Bit on the complex side, maybe a bit too random for some. But as I said, the randomness you can work on with thinking. That helps a lot. I'm okay with that. It's not Space Hulk, so we are safe there. Anyway, this was the first look into Blood Bowl Legendary Edition, and I will have a short break of let's say, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, and I will continue with Grim Dawn at 8:30. That's in 19 minutes, so let's make it 8:30, and I'll continue with Grim Dawn. I think I will play some more with the Saboteur, because that run is a lot of fun to do, and I will continue in the underground transit tunnels, or what are they called? Oh, never mind. We will see. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Blood Bowl stream. It was a bit heavy on the me being a bit overwhelmed by all the rules, but it was fun. Also, the announcers help a lot. And the atmosphere it creates is nice. You really do feel like a coach. It's like, no, get up, you lazy bastard. And I imagine that's what a Blood Bowl coach is shouting at his players. So if you're into Warhammer and enjoy American football themed, but not very comparable to American football, really, but a football themed game that it is heavy onto the fantasy and heavy on the rules, maybe give it a shot. If it's in your library already, definitely give it a shot. It's maybe something you can do on the weekend to have more time to put in and crack some skulls. So, hope to see you guys later in Grim Dawn, in the Grim Dawn stream, and if not, see you over the week or on the weekend. Thank you for watching, guys. This is Captain Nemo signing off for a short break. Ahoy.